Welcome back to this edition of Beth and Lee McCain's show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's that time again, isn't it?
It sure is. I'm Lee McCain.
And I'm Beth McCain.
And together we do the Radio Law of Attraction show every week right here, and we have a blast doing it, and we're sure glad that you're here.
We sure are.
And we hope you've had a wonderful week too.
Yeah.
We have. We've had kind of like the dog days of August.
Yeah.
And just taking it easy.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been actually a very busy week, wouldn't you say?
But yeah, just in different things, different ways, you know. But we're still trying to get in a little downtime here and there. So
we are.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah.
But you know the thing about downtime is when you're back on the up time, you got to work twice as hard. So
you got to do the catch up.
Yeah.
And that's always fun, isn't it?
Yep. You're particularly radiant today.
I am.
Yes, you are.
I wonder why.
I don't know. You just have a glow about you.
Oh, well, thank you. I guess. No, I'm not pregnant.
Well, we know that's impossible.
That won't happen again.
Oh, boy.
Well, tell everybody what's going on.
Well, we have this wonderful new meditation CD and DVD that just came out.
You and I alone worked on that one, boy.
Yeah, that was been kind of our top secret project. A few weeks ago I kind of teased it a little bit. But, you all have just been so wonderful. What we like to say is, you're not here to support us. We're here to support you.
That's right.
And so when we got, I don't know about the nth email saying, do you guys do guided meditations?
Well,
Where's your guided meditations?
Sometimes people just, when you sit down to meditate or you sit down to visualize or focus,
and we talk so much about it.
Your mind wanders.
Yeah.
And sometimes the mind chatter can't stop and all that. And the guided meditation, when you go through a guided meditation, it keeps your mind focused on something. And at the same time, it's serving two purposes. It keeps your mind focused on the one thing, which is your focus, and that quiet time, but at the same time it helps you from within. So we've just had a lot of emails about that, and Lee and I have been doing that an hour here, an hour there, figuring out what would be the best way to go about it, what feels best. And so anyway, it's done.
Well, and also when we've been out shooting the film, the crew's been wondering, I'll say, come over here, let's get a shot of this waterfall. Run that waterfall give me 15 minutes of it. And they're like, okay. And what is he, some madman German director?
Well, the guided CD, the thing is, it comes in DVD as well.
Yeah. So there's a DVD version with beautiful visuals, and then there is the audio CD, and it's also MP3.
Yeah.
So we got you in all three ways. Any way you need it, we've got it for you.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot of fun.
It really was. It turned out really well. So it'll be shipping at the end of the month. So
it sure will.
So if you're interested, go to the website and check it out. www.bethandleemccain.com.
All right, you ready for some questions?
Sure.
Okay, you want me to ask you first?
What's your pleasure, ma'am?
All right. This is from Penny, and she is from Wisconsin.
Penny from Wisconsin.
Does the universe ever give number signs to tell you something? I have seen the numbers 555 for the last week. What does that mean?
Well...
555, boy, that's one that, a lot of people see that one, and 1111.
Yep. And also, believe it or not, it has nothing to do with it, 911.
Exactly, but it has nothing to do with
either
the
big event,
the big September 911 or 911 emergency.
Yeah. So. Well, Penny, in short, I'll tell you from personal experience, yes, the universe does give number signs, along with many other signs as well. See what the number means to you. I guess that's pretty much where you'd start, right, Beth?
Yeah.
If you're unsure, you can find a little book on signs and numbers and find your number in the book and see if that rings true for you, because so many of them correlate. I mean, I know that what 555, for instance, means to me ends up meaning the same for somebody else.
Sometimes there are universal symbols that mean things, and sometimes when you look it up in a book, you'll go, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Then other times maybe it won't. But for a majority of people, it might.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe you have a certain connection to a number that evokes some kind of feeling within you. That's what the universe is trying to get across to you. Now, I have 3 sets of numbers personally that come to me when something's about to change in a big way.
And I do too. They're actually different. Both of us have them differently.
And that's either in business or personally, but I always can tell that the sign was for me. If you can't figure it out, write down the number, see how many times it appears to you, and in what context. And I got to tell you, however, if there's a lot of different contexts, for it, Boy, that's really the universe knocking on your door.
Find the interpretation for it either within yourself or you can, like we said, go to a book. And they have these. I know that, what's the angel lady? What's?
Doreen Virtue. Doreen Virtue.
And she has a little book on that.
Wonderful author.
And what you can do is you can look at it, and then from then on, if that's what it's supposed to mean to you, it will. And then if the number changes, look at the book again, because then, you're going to change to that book even. Absolutely.
And the context might even be the thing that, tells you what it is.
That's true.
So anyway, hope that helps, Penny.
Yeah.
Okay. We got your number. Well, I have one for you here.
Okay.
Miss Beth.
All right.
And this is a great question. This comes from Herb in the Bronx.
Hey, Herb.
He doesn't say New York. He says Herb, the Bronx. So Herb writes, should I do a Bronx voice? Are psychics fake? How can they predict my future if I'm continually creating it and changing? Herb from the Bronx wants to know if psychics are fake.
What a question, isn't it? We know a lot about that kind of stuff, don't we? Well, some psychics are not real, and some are authentic. The psychics that aren't real are the ones who are unable to really see a future and just give you information that may or may not be right. They kind of get around the general of what you are, but, anyway. A true psychic will be one that does not brag on their talents because they know full well that everyone can access the future information. It's just some have a hard time hearing the information, or they have no interest in hearing it and would rather hear the future from someone else. Genuine psychics predict your future from where you are in your life today. Now remember that. In the law of attraction, you're the one who's responsible for your future and what you focus on. But when a psychic is genuine and they give you a prediction of your future, it's from where you are standing today. So wherever you are mentally, physically, emotionally, on that day you have a reading, it is where the psychic is able to predict your future. It is the future that will be of the moment of where you are. You could change and decide that you want to focus on the positive and or the negative and go see the psychic in a week, and your future could be much different than your first reading. It all comes from you and your thoughts and feelings of the moment when you have your reading. Psychics can be very insightful and be a gauge as to where you are headed. If you hear something that you don't want to hear, you don't have to accept it and change your thoughts, focus, and feelings, and you can change that future.
That's true.
Did that help, you think?
I think so. And, it's like anything. You've got the people who are really good and really true at what they do. Mm-hmm. And then there's that whole group of charlatans, and this is in any business, mm-hmm. in any pursuit, mm-hmm. that will just, glom on and become the barnacles, and they make everybody look bad.
Well, and when it's in the law of attraction, that is quite a question, because if you're able to change a future and you go to a psychic, it's like, well, if they have my future already figured out for me and they already know it, then how am I going to do anything about that?
Yeah.
Well, it's from that moment. They can be a gauge from that moment. If you went inside a psychic today, they would tell you where you are at and where that future is heading.
And if I was practicing the law of attraction, I would use that as a tool to make the change that I want to make. Yeah. Because it almost, what it does is it solidifies what will happen if you don't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Take it upon yourself to make the change through the LOA or however you want to make the change.
Yeah, if you even need to. I mean, maybe you're just right on the right mark and you're happy with it.
By the way, if you want to hear more Law of Attraction on the radio, we've got an hour-long show, and that's on WARL AM 1320, Boston, Providence. And if you don't live in that area, well, you can tune in on Universal 7. That's Universal, the number 7, radio.com. And until next week, we'll be here again.
We sure will.
With the short show.
All right, everybody.
Okay?
Have a really wonderful week.
Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your summer.
All right, bye.
Bye.